welcome again guys to my YouTube channel. This is a wonderful Sunday guys. I just decided to actually come and talk to you. With the next part of the video guys, I'm going to be analyzing for you pairs that we are going to be looking to for the next coming week, and I do want you guys to actually capitalize from these pairs, so do stay tuned until the next part of the video, where I'll be showing you, taking you a step further each and every week. I'm going to be actually helping you guys to actually look at the market for further prediction of the coming week. We actually did quite well this past week. We managed to get at least around about 4.5% profits on Eurgbp, on Eurosd also, but we did have a bit of setback when it came to Cadjpy, because we were anticipating Cadjpy to sell, although it eventually bought, so it's not a tracement as such. That's forex is part of we also have losses as part of the game, but we believe that along the way we're going to maximize our profits. So do catch me again guys. We're going to be looking into the markets. Make sure that you click the notification bell for another video guys, another video. So subscribe to my channel, stay tuned on my channel, relax, because we are a growing community. We are a growing community. We're going to be growing together guys to actually make the best channel ever, so do stay tuned. Let us actually look into the market. See you on the flip side guys. This is Avi the Goat signing up. Hi guys, this is Avi the Goat speaking. Welcome to the flip side guys. As I have already said guys, we are going to be looking at the Sunday market breakdown. Today guys, I'm going to start off with our DXY. The reason why I'm starting with the DXY is actually one of those index that actually give us the direction of the market, and we actually know how to identify the direction of the USD quoted and the USD base pairs. So without any waste of time, the DXY is actually sitting on a valued area. Remember guys, we actually spoke about the USD index being positioned to actually buy. However, this week we actually dive in deeper and actually saw that the DXY might be a good indication to selling opportunities, right? So without any waste of time, that I start with my lowest low, and I start with my my high there. However, I'm looking for this zone right there, this middle zone right there, where the market has actually arrived at. The reason why I'm saying that is because when I looked at on the weekly time frame from the bigger structure, I actually found that this zone right here, it is the important zone, because based on the previous structure we can actually look at the market to the current market price. However, we saw that on the DXY we actually had this anticipation last week. That the market from here is having a beautiful bullish trend. However, this bullish trend we were anticipating that price could actually arrive to this particular point there. However, there is something that is possible. However, I'm looking at this beautiful zone right here, because what I'm about to show you guys, it's actually something that I have noticed when I was doing my watch list. So I got to realize something from the previous structure, right? While the price was actually moving right here, let's take it a step further to the 1975, right? 1975, the DXY performed quite well. However, this was our major objective, where the market gave us a sign of selling opportunities. However, you can actually look at how the price actually got into this level that I have marked right there. From here at the top to actually here, we sold off. However, what I need you to pay attention to, it is this particular reversal pattern, right? Reversal pattern is one of those patterns that actually appear in the market for us to actually cater for selling opportunities. The reason why I'm showing you this, guys, is that history always repeats itself, and the market from this point gave us our reversal pattern, right? So without any waste of time, I want to show you that ever since from this zone right here, we've been having good significant points where the market was respecting this particular zone. However, every time when we reached this zone, we were reaching this zone in a more of like a correction towards it, right? So what changed my bias to be selling opportunities, I was looking at this particular zone where the market was actually respecting it from a bigger structure with our past price movement, right? However, if you check carefully, this was our beautiful reversal pattern, but in this way it was a bigger structure that had formed to give us our higher high. However, when you go deeper to our current market price, you can simply see that we have this beautiful price movement coming to these beautiful years, where is our current market price in 2022. We can simply see that we closed below this zone right here. However, when we dive in deeper, I want to show you, let us focus here. Our main focus is here. So I want to deeply show you that the market has actually given us some sort of like a reversal pattern. Reason being, it's that since the market has closed below this zone, you can simply see that we are given a beautiful pin bar hammer. This is our reversal key candlestick. So when you check the DXY from the past years, it has been actually giving us a beautiful rejection with some sort of like a reversal pattern, and this pattern has actually repeated itself into 2022. However, when you dive in deeper to 4-hourly chart, you will simply see that this is a reversal pattern inside a reversal pattern, right? So we're no longer going to actually beat around the bush. We're no longer going to beat around the bush with regards to what direction are we having, because when I saw this beautiful key level point, I saw that the market is giving me again a smaller reversal pattern, which simply means that I also have a reversal pattern on top of a reversal pattern on our key level zone, which is this one right here. We have our key level zone, which is this one right here, which simply means that we've already encountered a break out of this key level zone right here, which simply means you can easily see that the market was getting people caught into the wrong side of it by telling it that we are going to actually continue with the buys, and actually came back in with an impulse and retested here and retested again on this outer structure here. And now we are actually positioned in a way that we can easily get some sort of like a beautiful correction onto these levels right here. We get this beautiful correction onto these levels right here, then it can be actually some sort of like a price action continuation flag guys, to actually cater for us to push price to the downside. However, what it means is that if we can actually look into the DXY and have the DXY selling, we know that our key price point, we are going to trade the Euro USD buys. We are going to trade the Euro USD buys. So without any waste of time, you can see that the USD index is quite looking good for beautiful selling opportunities, based on the fact that we have this beautiful key price point right here. We have this key price point right there. So these are the key points that we actually have right there that are looking so beautiful for the price movement to actually, we have 1, 2, and the other last one is actually this one right there that I'm about to show you guys. We have this key level 1 right there, which is, we have now 1, 2, 3 points right there, which are now confirming to us that we are reversing, based on the fact that we also have our middle zone, which is going to be our point of confluence. We are now going to be looking for more selling opportunities until this levels right there. But you must bear in mind that, guys, while we are now actually going to the downside, we are now actually going to create a bigger structure where now we are going to actually go hand in hand again to the downside with regards to what we have right here. So you must also bear in mind that we also have this key significant point which the market can actually come below with regards to it and actually trickle to the downside to actually give us a beautiful pattern towards to the downside. So this is our DXY anticipation. We are looking for sales. So let us go and check the inverse correlated pair, which is our Euro USD. We actually have a beautiful significant point right here. We changed our bias based on the price looking to actually giving us a hope that we're going to look for selling opportunities, but where else it's impossible for us to get the selling opportunities on the Euro USD, because we have oversold the price. We have oversold the price. From a bigger structure, you can simply see that we have this zone and this zone and this zone right here. We have 3 significant zones right there. So however, when you dive in deeper from the weekly, you will simply see that you have this beautiful structure positions to be your first, second, and your third touch being outside of this beautiful zone right there. And now we are positioned to in a way that we can actually look into the markets, that the market makers were getting people in the wrong side of it, telling us as retail traders that we are going to keep on selling, knowing very well that the direction is bias, right? We are now positioned to take on buyers on the Euro USD. However, you need to be cautious. You need to be very careful when you take your trades, based on the fact that at least we have significant points here in the market. We have this beautiful first touch, second touch, and now price has already kicked our third touch. So we have 3 key points in the market where you can confirm your trend line to be valid. And again, also when you check from this particular moment, that, guys, you can simply see that from Euro USD on a 4-hourly chart, we have this price that has already bounced from this area, right? The price has already bounced from this area. However, we are still looking for continuation, but I want to show you guys that the better way and the lesser risky way to actually capitalize from Euro USD buys is to wait for price to arrive at significant valued areas, because at this particular moment you can simply see that Euro USD, from this particular moment, we had this beautiful reversal pattern, and this beautiful reversal pattern has actually caught us in a good side of it, based on the fact that we have already broken out of the structure, right? We've already broken out of the structure, and we can look for further push to the upside based on the fact that we have only this significant high right there that can be broken, and once it's broken and retested above, that's when I can simply regard myself to actually cater for buying opportunities that are quite looking to be swinged to the upside until certain targets. You can simply see that we have beautiful targets towards to the upside, right? So this is our Euro USD anticipation. It goes hand in hand with our beautiful DXY. Now we have the Euro GBP. Euro GBP, I gave out a trade idea last week on my channel. You can simply go back to the beautiful videos that we dropped on Sunday, and also on the midweek review or recap that we dropped on Wednesday last week. And you can simply see that on the Euro GBP we have these beautiful valued areas patterns that have been actually giving us price that we are still looking for further push to the upside, since we broke out of these beautiful patterns, and we are still looking for further push to the downside based on the structure that has already formed. Because here, guys, we have pattern separation. The market has actually broke into two significant patterns, which simply means that the market was indicating to us that we are going to actually look for further push to the downside, guys. So now what I want to actually show you guys is that we have this significant impulse move that has actually occurred from last week. So we capitalized from this pair as of last week. We made a lot of cash with regards to this pair, because we already knew the direction from bigger structure, and we already knew that we had this 1 2 3 touch and an impulse with regards to our correction that we anticipated there, where we actually send out a signal also onto the private group that I have, and also we actually sent it out to our beginner mentorship and also the Discord mentorship. We can simply see that Euro GBP is actually one of those good setups. We caught the price here and we entered the price here. You can simply see that we were risking only 15.5 percent of 15.5 pips of our capital, which is amounting to 0.18% of our balance in the trading account. So we actually capitalized to actually cater for losses, but however we had tiny stop losses but with huge risk reward, because we managed to actually capitalize with 1.61%, which is 139 points towards to the downside, and we still have a huge momentum to push price to the downside. However, if you can actually look into this, you can simply see that we still have 4.72% that we can capitalize on, but you, as somebody who's going to be actually capitalizing from Euro GBP, you can simply catch this 3.15%, which is 267% that is remaining onto our Euro GBP trade. We're actually looking for more selling opportunities. By the end of the week, we're looking for price to actually respect our setup and push price further to the downside. So without any waste of time, let's check our DAX, which is our GER30. Our GER30 was looking so beautiful as from last week. We managed to actually anticipate price to push further to the upside. However, if you can simply look at how price is looking right now, you can simply see that we have the beautiful M that has already occurred and played out the way it was anticipated. However, we still have price now looking for further buys based on the fact that we are now into this significant support, which is now our floor. Now price started tweaking to the downside, further to the downside, until it broke out of this structure right here, and we have this beautiful breakout that has already occurred into the market, and we're still looking further push to the upside based on the fact that we now positioned onto the breakout. We're still going to actually look into further continuations. However, this can actually be ready by Monday, tomorrow, which is going to be our market open, and it actually can be ready by tomorrow, and we can actually capitalize from DAX, guys. So at this particular moment, guys, let us look into the new watch list for the week. So in front of me here, guys, I'm having the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq is one of those pairs, guys, that most of the people in my YouTube community, they were asking for me to analyze for them Nasdaq. However, if you can simply see Nasdaq, when Nasdaq actually looks good for buys, we can actually expect the dollar to drop, right? So we can actually expect the dollar to drop. And however, if you check our significant low, we have this beautiful low as from our weekly perspective right there. We have this beautiful significant low from this perspective, and the market is actually quite looking so good because we are about to actually push further up. So from this point in time, guys, we can actually have a look at Nasdaq as we are about to mark our higher high, which is the all-time high from the weekly perspective. And also there is nothing much to actually can look into when you dive in deeper to our weekly. So let us look into our daily time frame. As you can see from my daily time frame, I still have this beautiful significant zone right here, which is something that is quite interesting when I'm looking at Nasdaq. So from Nasdaq, I'm looking for the direction of buyers, right? Based on the fact that if you can check on my daily time frame, I'm having this beautiful zone trend line here. I'm having this channel right there. My lower low is actually connecting so beautiful. My lower low is actually connecting so beautiful, guys. And when you check right there, I'm actually having my lower high and my lower low, right? So with this regard, guys, you can simply see that the market still looks good for buys. However, there is more to actually look into when you check small time frames, right? So from this perspective, once you have identified your channel, you can simply see that when you dive in deeper to smaller time frames, you can check and see that the Nasdaq is quite situated in a way that it's looking quite confusing, based on the fact that when you dive in deeper, you can simply see that you have this beautiful high right there. You have this beautiful high right there, and also while you are looking at this high, you have this beautiful high again right there. So I want to simply show you guys that onto our next anticipation of Nasdaq, we do have this channel right there. We do have this beautiful channel right there, which simply shows us that Nasdaq has already broke out of the structure, and now we have this inverse head and shoulders right there. However, this inverse head and shoulders, it's quite tricky. it's quite tricky, guys. Because why? We are having this beautiful zone right there. We are having this beautiful zone right there, this zone right there, and we also have this beautiful zone right here, guys. So you can simply see that Nasdaq has actually showed us that we have multiple zones inside our bearish trend. However, one thing that I can show you guys is that Nasdaq won't be easy to actually break out, to actually break these beautiful zones and push further up. It won't be easy. However, if you check carefully, you can simply see that we have this zone here, which is our lower high, right? We have this lower high right there. So let me just take this one to this position right there. So kindly check something here, guys. We have this beautiful first touch, second touch, and third touch. However, I want to show you that Nasdaq is quite looking for beautiful selling opportunities, based on the fact that I'm looking at this zone right here. And if Nasdaq, something that made me to actually dive in deeper onto Nasdaq, we saw that NFP Nasdaq couldn't react the way we were anticipating that price could actually buy or sell. The market was actually quite choppy, and the market was failing to break this beautiful high right there, which is this one. The market was failing to break this zone right there. However, we need to take the message from the market as traders. Take the message from the market as traders and quite simply check, why are you having this position being the strongest zone? Because price before was bouncing onto these levels right here, and however, in this regard, we are still in a bearish trend, and also we are now approaching this middle zone in a corrective manner. I'm going to simply show you that when you dive in deeper onto Nasdaq, we will have this beautiful reversal pattern. That is actually visible enough for you to see that the market is quite going to give us our beautiful selling opportunities. We are going to sell off. And again, if you align the price action with fundamentals, you can actually look into the CNBC. The CNBC on Friday reported that Elon Musk is going to actually withdraw from buying Twitter. This is one of the negative factors that could affect Nasdaq to actually continue buying, because we know that Nasdaq is also affected by what Elon Musk is saying. And also, if you can look at how price is actually moving right here, price is actually moving very choppy. And quite open your eyes from this structure. You can simply see that the reason why we sold off right here, we still have this beautiful reversal pattern that presented itself with also our correctiveness right there. We also had this beautiful correctiveness right there. But now the market actually gave us our beautiful selling opportunities, based on the fact that the market sold off a bit the following day. And now if you simply check, you can simply see that we had this beautiful structure that was opening eyes to us that we can have beautiful push towards to the downside. However, the market failed to come and reach this low. However, if the market could have came and reached that low, we could have actually been in a safe side to us that we can simply look for further push towards to the upside until breaking this level right there. However, it couldn't appear as like that based on that the market now started giving us this impulsive move, and now we are having a double top right there, which simply shows us that price could actually have this beautiful chances of coming back to this low right here, of coming back to this low to test this low once more. Because if you check carefully from bigger structure like H4, you can simply see and check that with the Nasdaq 100 we are having a beautiful anticipation that the market could come and give us further W, right? Further W. However, this W would actually require a double top first before it comes down and actually have further push towards to the upside before we can actually encounter more buying opportunities. So for me, with regards to this beautiful analysis, I'm looking for Nasdaq to sell until these levels right there. However, your entry point will be when the market is actually crossing this beautiful reversal point right there, and now yourself you're going to enter while the market has confirmed to you that it is broken out of the structure right here. So that's where you can simply check and see that I'm looking for further push towards to the downside before we can actually break out of the structure and push further to the upside. However, let us look at US30. US30 is one of those pairs that are more similar to Nasdaq. You can simply see that they are having a beautiful same structure, but this one is quite interesting because it's quite more clearer. You can simply see that we have our 1, 2. We were anticipating for our third touch right there. However, the market is still failing inside our trends in trends. So at this particular moment, we have this first, second, third touch right there. However, we anticipate also for the market to actually come at this beautiful low before we can simply go further to the upside. We still have the same setup as of Nasdaq, but this one is quite more interesting and clearer, that once the price is actually trickled towards to this particular lower high, we are going to expect a beautiful impulse to the downside. Then we actually have this beautiful anticipation. So I can simply clone this one and show you that the market will actually repeat itself if you can actually open your eyes as a trader. This is what I'm anticipating, the very same movement of price expecting to be occurring like this towards to this low. So your entry point will be when the market has enticed you to push further up and came back in. Yourself, you're going to enter at this particular low and enter and ride the structure towards the downside until your targets are being reached. So this is Cadjpy. We are now having our last pair, which is going to be our Cadjpy. Our Cadjpy is quite looking so interesting based on the fact that we have beautiful significant points right there. So from our weekly perspective, Cadjpy is having a beautiful low and a beautiful high. So from this point in time, let us jump into our 4-hourly chart, where we are going to look at Cadjpy from the nearest market price, right? So our nearest market price on Cadjpy, you can simply see that the pattern is still evolving to become the best pattern. However, if you check carefully, Cadjpy from this particular moment, we are going to experience some sort of like a double top, right? We are still going to experience some sort of like a double top right there. However, we still need to be patient with this type of trades. So in this particular moment, guys, let us take a look at Cadjpy and see that if you open your eyes carefully, you have this beautiful zone right there. You have this beautiful significant zone right there, which can be actually one of the reasons to actually look into Cadjpy coming into this significant point right there and experience those selling opportunities based on the fact that we are going to experience a first, second, third, and we experience a fourth touch right there. Or you can simply regard this as a first, second, and our third touch right there, and also our double top right there, and now looking for further push to the downside. So this is our Cadjpy. We are going to enter the market only when the market could come to our valued area, which is going to be this one right there. Based on how price action has actually been beautiful like this, you can simply see and check that the market from this beautiful 1 hour, you can dive in deeper and check that we have this beautiful trend inside the trend. However, we still need to come and break above this zone right there. We still need to come and break above here and retest and come back to our valued area. However, the market can also come back and trickle to give us a touch right here and go further to the upside to actually give us this beautiful position right there. However, you must also know as a trader to actually look into possibilities and probabilities, right? You must also look into those kind of situations, because if we have our first, second, third touch right there, we still need to have price coming back to our low, which will simply mean to give us our third touch on our diagonal higher low and push price to the upside until this levels right there. So Cadjpy can actually be one of those pairs that you will actually cater for them during the week while the market has actually taken further directions. So in this one, guys, we're actually going to look at it again with our midweek price movement. So from my side, guys, as Javi the Goat speaking, I will actually like to thank you guys for being with me up until this very end, and please do make sure that you like and subscribe to the video and subscribe to my channel and talk with me, guys, with regards to everything that you would need us to discuss into this channel. From my side, as Javi the Goat speaking, guys, I love you. Till next time again, see you on the other side, guys. Have a beautiful week. Shalom, guys. Any money I get, my enjoyment. Yeah.